Careful, I'm starting the game.
What?
I'm starting the game.
Okay, I turned off my volume for it already.
It's more because name. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
So last we met, you guys witnessed the solar in action. You were going to run another sweep of the chambers. You heard screaming. You came out, found one of the researchers dead in the other's arms. The blonde researcher nowhere to be seen, and bandits approaching the camp. You were informed after the fight that the blonde researcher, had basically killed the other researcher and run. And after clearing the bandits, you've decided to get us that Bear Kunari is going to get her scent and track her via smell as far as he can.
Yeah, I believe I have one wild shape left, and I'm in it. And
Um, I believe that is right.
I forgot what I spent it on last time, but I spent one on
Badger,
something. Badger to Dag,
Badger,
and I haven't had a
yeah,
rest since.
yeah,
So
no,
I have
that
one
was
wild shape. I'm
that
in
was
it, and it lasts an hour, so we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
yeah.
My summon lasts an hour too, if I remember right.
Uh,
Uh,
so yeah, you guys are on a time crunch.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Brian,
telepathically tell everybody follow me, and then I'm gonna sniff out and try to track her.
All right, make a perception with advantage.
Okay.
wait. Do we want all of us to go, or do you want Brian and Flame to stick with the researchers?
No, follow me. We who knows what we'll find. All right, perception. Hopefully that decision doesn't bite us, but we'll see.
18 and a 19. Nice. All right. You you remember her. You go to her tent. You remember she had some kind of perfume sitting in there, and you kind of like point it out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you get a good whiff of it, Kinari, and the trail is very easy to follow. It's a
Mm-hmm.
very poignant, like thick, cloying perfume.
Mm-hmm.
The trail leads you north of the camp into the woods and up the hill. You follow it for about 10 minutes, and everyone make a perception roll for me. No advantage this time.
No advantage or with
No
advantage?
advantage. None.
9.
Second. Oh, that's interesting. I accidentally closed my D&D, but I could still hear you. I mean, not D&D, but Discord, and I was still able to hear you.
Hmm. Interesting.
Right?
I think Discord runs in the background, so I don't think it fully closes out unless you force close it.
All right. Perception.
All right. Yeah, everyone but Kunari hears what is going on. You hear voices as you come up across a small clearing. You hear voices in the clearing, one of them being the voice of the female blonde researcher, and two male voices, and one of the males basically saying, "You killed one of them. You fool! You blown everything out of the water." And as you guys breach the tree line, you see three individuals standing in the middle of the clearing. Two of them are men. One of them is a very large man. The other one is a longbow and a sword strapped to his side. The woman is standing there. Her hair's different. Her and her facial structure is different. She's got blue tattoo markings across her face now, and her hair's a lot longer than it was when you saw her last. And she's looking at the two men, and I had to do it. They almost discovered it. And the larger man, he looks up and sees the four of you standing there. He goes, "We have company." And they wheel around and look at you. And she's just, "Oh, great. Now what?"
Rawr.
R&D, maybe.
I gesture like a hold up hand to Mott as I walk next to Flame. I was like, "Hey guys, what's going on, man? Can we talk? You know, just talk, please."
I telepathically tell Brian he should ride me to assert dominance.
You're what are you again? You're what
He's
I'm
animal?
a
a
bear.
bear, a brown bear, large creature.
You flame this like I roll my eyes at Flame and then do just that. I like clamber, I imagine clumsily on top of the bear.
All right.
So I don't usually do that.
All
Uh
right.
really just talk, guys. Really. No violence necessary. You know, guys.
Rawr.
The big man has his eyes locked on Kunari, and his hand wrapped around the haft of a great axe, and he looks ready to use it. Uh, the woman, the female researcher, and the other man look at each other, and he nods very slightly and looks at you, and, "All right, we'll talk. Tell your friends to come forward with their hands where we can see them, and we'll talk."
Well, I mean, diplomatically it kind of goes both ways. Everybody should have their hands kind of where everyone could see them, you know?
Understandable. Fang, put that away. He looks at the shorter man, and, "Are you sure? Just put it away. If they mean trouble, we'll handle it." You see him holster the great axe against his side, basically like dragging behind him. "All right." And he walks forward, his hands like open at his sides.
Yeah, I have my hands open at my side too.
"All right, let's talk."
So we are not inherently violent people. But we do protect our own, and a murder kind of happened that it's kind of not necessary considering what we were hired to do, which was uncover this temple and look at the stars, man. Get onto the stars with a campfire and some s'mores. Have you ever had s'mores? Really good. Some
Yeah.
some like pipe weed. I mean, and then all of a
You
sudden
there,
a murder
sneaky in
happened.
the back, quit moving.
I'm gonna cut Mott like a withering stare, like, "What are you doing? I'm negotiating here." Anyway,
You were hired to do what you were doing. We were hired to do our job.
right,
She did her job.
but it was not necessary. If you had just told us why you were doing what you needed to
We
do,
can't tell you why.
because we're like outsiders,
Yes.
but we're outsiders with heart and like good intentions. We saved
Good
an old man
intention
from rats,
good
like,
intentions have never saved anyone.
well, that's not true.
Listen, I will explain the situation to you as best as I am able, but there are certain things we cannot divulge.
Right?
I'll start with the reason why we killed the researcher and tried to drive the others off. That that temple, as you call it, is an old research station for a kingdom that no longer exists. It was destroyed by beings of unfathomable power after the researchers in that area, in that research center, found and did something they didn't like. We don't know for sure what that was. The records have been lost to history, but we know that that place cannot be used ever again. We collapsed the tunnels, destroyed the entrance for a reason. We were hoping that people would ignore it and just go about their way, since it was buried at the back of a cave. But no, some pompous researcher found it and had to go poking around.
Okay, a pompous researcher, as you say, who, after the murder, has decided not to reopen or continue research. Now, if you had
Not,
approached, if you had
not
a,
him. That wasn't the researcher that found the place. The researcher that found the place never bothered to do any of the dirty work himself.
okay, fair enough. That's I didn't know that, but the point still stands. If you had come to us and used what you just said at the campfire while we ate and relaxed, we probably would have come to some accord and not needed the violence. You see what I'm getting at? What you just said makes perfect sense to me, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, but would it have made sense to the researchers whose lives were dedicated to finding whatever mystery they happened to be hounding at the time?
I mean, he is right, Brian. Curiosity is a dangerous thing.
Yeah, my dude, but if we had talked about it, we would have found out if they would have been still willing. Instead, you took that option off the table.
Yeah, that they did, Flame.
I'm going to
That's it.
telepathically ask the guy who's talking. Do you think it was Faye?
He just looks. He looks at the bear, and considering I've heard all three of your voices, I'm guessing that that voice in my head was your friend here.
Oh, definitely.
Yes,
Uh,
Dude.
I'm
let me
Kunari.
guess. Let me guess. He said 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or something about Faye. Huh?
Or
Huh?
not Faye.
Yes,
Or not Faye. Yeah, right, Flame.
something about the Fae, which unfortunately, if it were just the Fae we were dealing with, it wouldn't be that big a deal.
I'm gonna puzzledly tilt my bare head and go. Huh?
So, my
Look,
dude, nobody here wants to start up Armageddon here.
I
So,
understand that.
how do
I
we come to a peaceful resolution to this, despite death being caused on both sides?
The only way I can think of is if you were to speak with our leader. We're just goons. We fight, we kill, we do what we do. She is the one who knows what exactly happened to cause this place to be forbidden. She's a member of a religious sect that has dedicated themselves to keeping whatever force they unleashed in check.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, that seems reasonable. Just know that the researchers back at camp are in mourning and also, don't want to do any further research without us or without anybody. As for the person you say is the head researcher, the pompous one, who probably is the one who hired us, we are mere adventurers of an adventuring guild. We could
I
easily return back to said guild and say, yo, there's trouble and they don't want that to be excavated or researched. And we'd probably get our payment and it would kick up the ladder and maybe then resolution could come from a higher up, you know? But we are also willing to talk to your leader because, yeah, we are not inherently violent people. Clearly. I'm going to look at Kiva and Mott with a little suspicious raised brow as he says, not violent people.
Yeah, dude.
There's like blood on Kunari's face.
Not
And I do like a bear nod.
not initially violence. So
he kind of looks at the four of you. And if you say so, follow us. Don't do anything stupid, and don't try anything tricky.
Flame's gonna look at Mont and look back.
well,
Sure, my dude.
I'm going to clamber off the bear.
just slide down his shoulder.
Yeah. And just follow.
All right. They lead you through the forest. It's deep into the forest. They take you. Kunari, about halfway there, your bear form dissipates, and you are
Then my
left.
dude
Yeah,
dissipates too.
yeah. They both go poof.
Do I have blood on my mouth or?
Unfortunately, you do
Yum, 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 yum.
because the wild shape doesn't get rid of stains.
Mm.
Yum,
Hi,
yum, yum, yum,
I'm
yum.
Kunari. I was the bear.
The big man looks over his shoulder at you, and we guessed.
Kunari, I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
What's the password?
Oh crap! I forgot. Is it boner?
Are you really Kunari? Or are
I
you a
don't.
fae?
I can't tell. I need to know the password. What is it?
I can't tell a Kunari who's actually a fae Kunari. You
Oh,
need
that's
to
a
tell
good
me the
point.
password right now.
I'm going with boner.
You're right. It was Boner. Thank God you're a real Kunari.
You,
Flame doesn't actually remember the
the big
password.
man
He
is
just went with it.
staring. He's stopped and is like turned and is staring at the four of you, like, and he looks back at the other gentleman, the other man, and he goes, "You sure we really want to drag this lot into this? They're already involved. Just keep walking, Fang." All right. One moment. I am answering something.
He was like, "Can I stealth and then stab him in the back and get crit damage and
No.
insta kill him?"
Doesn't have assassin rogue yet. I don't know if he's going
I was gonna
assassin
say,
rogue.
Yeah.
I know. I think he's going thief.
Mm.
But yes, they lead you to the deep into the forest. As you come around the corner of a fallen log, a massive fallen log, you see a small camp set up in the center of a clearing. The gentleman in front looks at you and home sweet home. Now, bear in mind, my our leader is a powerful woman. She has things. She has powers at her command that even myself doesn't want to mess with. So mind your manners, all right?
Sure, my dude. We're always personable.
He looks at Kunari and takes a rag out of like a handkerchief out of his pocket. Clean yourself up in the stream.
Oh yes, human not taste good.
That's something I didn't want to know.
They leave you basically at the edge of camp to clean up in the stream, and they walk into the camp. And the woman who's standing there tending to the campfire, looks up and you see her say something to the gentleman with the longbow, and he points back over his shoulder at you. She turns and regards the four of you with interest.
Which direction are we coming from?
All right, guys.
There we are.
We don't need to antagonize and cause problems. We're just here getting paid. We did our job. We mapped it out, right?
Well,
Mhm.
technically, the researchers aren't gonna um, what you call it, excavate the tomb anyways.
We weren't hired for them to excavate it. We were just hired to map it.
Yeah, we're just negotiating here, but they already agreed to stop.
Let's at least find out what ancient, powerful voodoo is happening.
It's got to be Faye.
You do that. You do the voodoo.
Yeah, sing that, Flame. That'll go over well.
All right, as you guys approach, the woman holds her hand up and waves. Over here, come sit down.
No, thank you.
I run over and sit cross-legged right in front of her.
She looks down at you and interesting one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we get that a lot.
my name is Laura.
Kunari.
Hi, Laura. I'm Flame.
Brian, nice to meet you.
Uh,
Brian, Mott, Flame, and Kunari. Very well. Shall remember those names.
so,
So, Justice over here has told me that the four of you wish to speak concerning the temple that you have been so busily poking around the last few days.
Yeah.
Very well. What do you want to know?
Flame stares at Brian.
I mean, I guess we just want to come to some peaceful resolution regarding what I could only assume is a misunderstanding or, just a failure to communicate properly. We just want a clear understanding of why this temple is so dangerous and such a bad thing to excavate. I just want to say that the researchers who accompanied us they've stopped doing that because of the violence unfolded, and that we are mere adventurers who just want answers so we can go back to our little guild and fill them in properly and move on.
All right. She looks at you and her gaze is very heavy, like she's staring at you with intent. Very well. I will answer what I can. First thing, that temple is not a temple. It's a research facility, and it was used by the old Hearth Kingdom to study the stars and the astral plane.
Mm.
Those of you who wish to may make a history check when she mentions the name of the kingdom.
Sure.
because I'm pretty
Nope.
not interesting at all to my knowledge.
Yeah, baby. We don't
Can
know
I have
anything.
disadvantage on this because I'm from the Feywild?
Yeah, if you want to roll at disadvantage, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
I have disadvantage.
6.
I mean, the great thing is he will roll
You
twice
guys
anyway.
literally rolled a straight between the four of you.
Yep.
Yeah. We're 5,
Good
6.
God.
5, 6. We're good at not knowing history.
Yeah, the name Hearth Kingdom means absolute dog water to the four of you.
Now, she also mentioned the astral plane.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I know what it is, but would my character, I guess, is the question.
You're a cleric, you would be familiar with the astral plane.
Yeah, but I'm talking like the entities within the astral plane, right? Like,
Whatever's in there, probably not. You're familiar with the place, not
okay,
the beings.
okay, cool.
So,
Hearth
uh,
Kingdom, huh? Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
nothing. I just heard rumors about, well, what I'm assuming are you guys in Neomar that I didn't even pay attention to originally. So, that kingdom means nothing.
Regardless of whether the name means anything to you, it was a powerful kingdom several centuries ago that unfortunately met its end at the hands of a very powerful being from the astral plane.
It was
Wait, are
Fey,
you
wasn't
saying
it?
they all died?
I'm saying that the ones who survived were my forebears.
Was it like almost total annihilation?
Let's put it this way: you won't find any traces left of the main city of the Hearth Kingdom anywhere on this planet.
That's really sad, my dude.
That's what happens when you anger creatures like that.
God damn it.
I hate you.
Now, as to who I am and who my compatriots belong to, we are known as the Brotherhood of Silence. The silence of not interfering, being quiet and watching from the sideline.
You
That's
know,
about all I can tell you of that.
Okay.
the rumors have you pegged completely differently, by the way.
I'd like to hear these rumors.
Just to, uh, band of people that are protecting ruins and are defending the world against an ancient mummy, is what I heard. But again, rumors.
Rumors have a way of getting twisted out of context. No, we do not protect all ruins, only specific ones related to the Kingdom of Hearth. This one, another religious temple that we found buried in the mountains, and one area which is considered to be the focal point of the individual beings' aggressions. It
Then,
has.
not to interrupt, but if the being's aggression is what you want to avoid, why not just continue his work and destroy the ruins completely, not just cover them up?
Tell me something. Did you attempt to damage the stonework in there?
Not yet.
No. I don't think,
Uh,
not we
Well,
didn't, but the
let
researchers
me
might have.
let me put it this way. Nothing that the four of you could do would cause a scratch against that stone.
Wait, which stone?
The stone of the temple.
inside the station.
What?
What I'm saying is that whoever built that place built it to last forever.
Okay.
It took everything we had to destroy the first room. And by everything, I mean it cost several mages their lives to do it.
Hmm.
It was the only way to channel enough magical force to disrupt whatever is on those stones to prevent it from being destroyed.
So these Hearthstonians or Hearthlights, the ancient kingdom,
Yes,
they awakened something or did something that angered more powerful entities from the astral plane,
yes,
and because of that, they got wiped off of the face of the world.
yes,
And you guys went in there to destroy as much as you could to stop it from happening again.
yes. That
We
is
had
the.
if we had learned that on day one, we would have probably not even gone in there.
Unfortunately, my brotherhood is one of secrecy. We do not flamboyantly prevail that we are doing these things. To do so would have drastically unpleasant consequences.
True.
Do you know how many outlandishly curious, investigative researchers, adventurers, ne'er do wells would flock to places like this if they knew about them, if they
So,
knew that there was something there to be protected?
so my dude, I have a thought for you. And just stay with me until the end. What if we get like a really big sign and put it at the entrance and say,
Uh,
entering here will cause Armageddon? Huh?
What part of what I
don't
just
understand.
told you did you miss?
He
I
made a
don't
good
think
point.
people want to cause Armageddon. I don't want to cause Armageddon. Brian, do you want to cause Armageddon?
Have you ever
Uh,
heard? Have you ever heard of a cult name of Crimson Dawn?
is
No.
that another history check or?
Yes, go ahead.
History check.
Oh, my
Okay.
dumbass doesn't know.
Sure,
I'm
probably
sure.
not.
Oh, wait. Wow. I actually rolled well.
I'll
Oh my
roll
god,
with
I actually did too.
disadvantage. Disadvantage. 12.
Even with disadvantage, Canary, Brian, and Flame, all three of you recognize the name. Uh, the Crimson Dawn is an offshoot of a cult that goes by the name the Cult of the Second Dawn. They are the Cult of the Second Dawn are a group of radicals who believe that supreme beings from the cosmos have been called to our world, and they plan to do something to change our world. The
Yeah.
Crimson Dawn just want it all gone,
Oh.
wiped slate clean completely.
Weren't the second Dons the guys from the first campaign we
Yes,
played in? Okay, that's what I
yes,
thought.
Same
Oh.
campaign setting.
Yeah, no, there was this little guy named Shiggles. He told me something about it on the boat. No,
No, that was the second Dawn. Second Dawn. Crimson Dawn, different.
Wait, someone was
yeah,
named Shiggles?
yeah, Flame. I don't think a sign would work because we know some people, back at our guild who would look at a sign like that and say, "Well, let's just go in through the window,"
And to use my own experience, how many nobles in Neomar have put up guards, defenses, locked away hidden things behind paintings, bookcases, and all that I found?
So you see,
You found Armageddon behind guards and paintings?
No, there's just things that should not be found that have been found. And if I'm just a local thief in Neomar, who's to say people with more adventurous appetites wouldn't look for something more risky?
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute, my dude. Wait. You were a thief?
So I'm technically.
gentlemen, you are getting off topic.
Yo, no. Okay, I got you. So, what if the head researcher that hired our guilds to seek this place out is a part of that cult?
We do not have any reason to believe he is. We believe he's just some researcher who happened to stumble across a ruin while lost in the woods.
Well, I have good news. The researchers have agreed to shut down their research and declare the place a wasteland.
These researchers have agreed to do so.
Yes.
There's no guarantee that another group will not be sent.
Well, that's why
These
you're here.
Actually, I have a recommendation if you're willing to listen. Your organization, I couldn't know exactly how big it is, but you guys operate in the shadows. How difficult is it to grab an ear of any of the nobles in Neomar to make researching areas, especially your secret hidey places, just a bureaucratic nightmare? Because the more difficult it is to do something in paper, the harder the more noble pursuers will lead away, and any of the malcontents are free game, I suppose.
If my organization had that kind of pull, don't you think we'd have tried it already? We don't like killing people. Well, my brother doesn't like killing people. The people we hire, and she jerks her head at the three behind her, are another story.
Sure.
My dude, I think you have a real problem.
Kunari not like killing people either.
My dude, I think you have a real problem because too many people know about the cave right now. Our Adventurers Guild knows about it and where it is. We know about it. The researchers know about it. The researcher who found it knows about it. Like, I don't know what to do about this, my dude, to make it go away.
Well, it does seem that the secrecy element that you guys are doing isn't working, right?
We can't account for the fact that one man stumbled across something he shouldn't have while we weren't watching it. Normally, there's someone watching that area 24/7. But the one day that our researcher is attacked by goblins happens to be the day that some man finds it, is just bad luck.
Okay, I got an idea, my dude. This is what you do. You go like, I don't know, half a mile or like how many clicks that is to the east, and that's in a mountain, and you dig a big hole into that mountain. That's a cave. Then you fill up the original hole, and then you put like signs in the second hole saying, "Do not enter unless you want to cause Armageddon," right? And then everybody thinks it's that hole instead of the original hole. Problem solved. Yeah. And he like tries to high five Brian.
I trust that your heart is in the right place. Your mind, on the other hand, is all over.
I'm pretty sure he got
I
into
high five
with
you.
again.
Yeah.
Well, I think the
You-
problem's already
Okay, no,
solved. These
well, no,
researchers.
no. She's right. The problem isn't solved. We need to talk to the head researcher who started this whole expedition, and convince him to shut the fuck up and mind his own business.
Well, he's already agreed to do that.
No, not
No.
that's not the head researcher. That's just the dude of the expedition that we were with.
Oh, yeah, we could talk to him, and then we
We
could
can
talk to
talk
our
to him.
guild and say this is
You
off limits, Gabe.
We might want
What-
to actually talk to our
which
guild
guild-
master,
which guild do you belong to, if I
the
might ask?
Adventurers Guild, and Flame flexes.
The Cartographers Guild.
The Cartographers Guild of Neomar.
Yeah.
Flame doesn't even have the
Yeah.
right name.
Those guys.
Derek's
Yeah.
Guild.
Yeah. That's him.
I'm going to throttle him at the next meeting. I left.
Oh. How do you declare he is a secret cultist?
Why is he?
Derek is an honorary member of the Brotherhood by way of the fact that he runs the largest cartographers guild in the country. He knows who we are. He knows about our mission.
So
We've
why
never
would he
actually
send
sat
us?
down and because we've never actually sat down and told him where these places are.
But see, that's my thing about secrecy. It doesn't work. Because if he had known, he wouldn't have taken that contract and hired us to begin
Derek,
with.
Derek has been guildmaster for all of a year. We haven't had time to get to him and tell him yet.
Mm.
Well then,
Well, we'll tell him what's going
Do
on,
so.
and he can.
Tell him that Laura Catherine says hello and that he has misplaced something, and he'll understand what you're trying to tell him.
Laura says you misplaced something. Got it.
Laura Catherine. You must be
Catherine.
very specific about the last name.
We are the most unsubtle group ever. Be like,
Laura Catherine. Is that your name?
Yeah.
Catherine.
My name is Laura. The word Catherine is code.
What's it code for?
You don't need to know.
above our pay grade,
It means pay attention, motherfucker.
I think it means get into the chopper.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again,
As it stands, if the researchers have agreed to call off their research for now,
Mm-hmm.
then they will not be harassed any longer. They're free to go as fast as possible. Tell them we will have someone there. We will help them remove the body of their fallen comrade.
I don't know if they want to see you guys again. No offense.
A wandering druid who happens to be in the woods for unknown reasons, as druids are wont to do, won't be looked upon with suspicion if he offers to perform a burial rite.
Sure. I mean, druids are everywhere. There's two of them right here.
I am aware.
You're aware what? A werewolf?
I am aware that you are druids.
Oh.
you really need to get away from his fucking pipe weed.
Brian is just shaking his head.
Now, if there's nothing else, it is getting late in the day.
Laura
And
Catherine,
woods-
you have misplaced something.
There you go.
I don't think Laura misplaced anything, Kunari.
All right. Well, yes, you are right. It is getting late, and we need
Yes,
to
Well,
yes,
really
yes.
stay
Thank-
here if you wish. If not, you're welcome to leave.
Okay.
No, we'll go back to the researchers. It's not that far.
Just
I do have
just
just one
lead
thing.
them away. Lead them back, would you?
Sure.
That's the
Uh,
thing.
Flame's gonna look at this chick here and like try to catch her eye and just be like, shake his head. Not cool, man. Not cool. Then turn and walk away.
Actually, it's funny you mention that. Like, Mott's gonna go, oh yeah, one thing. He's gonna kind of scooch around Laura, get right up into her face, and kind of hear this like snotty like inhale, and he's gonna kind of pull some of his acid on his tongue and just dip it on his thumb and quickly slide it across your throat. Like nothing dangerous, but something that will burn for a couple days.
Where's my dice?
Like I said, nothing dangerous, just something that will maybe leave a mark, probably burn for a
Okay.
couple days.
All right. Make a wisdom save for me, please.
Wisdom. Save?
Yes.
Woohoo! Yay. Something fun.
No. As you make the hawking sound and reach up and lick your thumb, and as you begin to reach out, your body goes rigid. And Laura, I would advise you not to spit acid of any kind on my companion.
I was just gonna leave her a reminder.
No, you're held, sir. You can't even speak.
Fair
All
enough.
right. Well, that's fun. He sees Smot all rigid, and he's just gonna like pick him up.
Yeah, I help pick him up. Let's go. She's not a fae.
Let's go.
Laura, one last thing.
Yes.
Is any kind of reprimand or justice gonna happen because of the unnecessary murder that occurred?
Yes, there will be consequences. You can be assured of that.
Good. That's good enough for me. I don't know what Mott was doing. Just look at the rigid person being carried.
Uses Mott's arm to wave goodbye.
He's dead. What is it? What is it? Bernie's Weekend at
Weekend at
Bernie's.
Bernie's.
Yeah. Totally doing that.
And then I'm going to look at Laura again and be like, thank you for at least hearing us out. And we will deliver said message and hope that that research station is never used again.
Very well, we'll hope so. Justice, see them out. And he walks up and kind of like, he looks like he's going to try to pat you on the shoulder, and then he realizes how far down your shoulder is. And he just kind of like waves forward, like this way. As you guys leave the camp, you see Laura snap her fingers and Mott goes limp in your arms. Not like dead limp, like
Yeah.
all of the rigidity just went out of his body.
Just gonna get a type of thing just on the ground going, I was just gonna leave a reminder. I'm not an asshole. Well, I am an asshole, I'm not a monster.
I mean, you kind of look like one. You're a dragon kid.
Man, which are you, the pot or the kettle?
Yes, I too am a dragon kid. I didn't say I did look like a monster.
And that's probably
Alright.
what they hear as we leave.
So Justice leads you guys back down to a small ridge overlooking the camp. And he looks at the four of you. Next time we see each other, I hope it's on better terms. Thankfully, things didn't come to bloodshed. Farewell. Then he like waves and walks away.
Just remember, Blondie there was friends with these researchers. Could be friends with you too.
Blondie was doing her job. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah.
The end result, unfortunately, was not what we had anticipated.
You say that now, but just remember this conversation when you're looking at her and your throat slit.
I've known Mia since she was a child. Trust me, I know what she's capable of.
Okay.
Can she do a backflip?
She can do many things. And he walks away.
But can she do a backflip?
I can do a backflip.
Yeah, but can she do a backflip? I don't think he knew.
I
don't think he knew what he was talking about at all.
I'm gonna try to do a backflip.
As he walks.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics roll for your backflip then.
I'm full on going for 14.
You do a fairly passable backflip. Like it's nothing fancy. You don't do a triple twist and tuck, but it's a passable backflip.
Nice.
You
Well
gotta,
done, Kunari.
yeah, Kunari, that was pretty good. Next time, tuck your penis away, and you'll backflip better.
My penis is in my pants, sir.
No.
Oh, there's always room to maneuver.
Oh, I get your reference now.
More of a gesture.
Uh, anyway, as you return to the camp, the two researchers are cleaning things up. Him on the field anymore, and they've moved this researcher's body into his tent and have covered him with his blanket on his cot, and they are attempting, and I say attempting, to clean up the mess Kunari left of the gentleman in at the south camp. They unfortunately try to move him, and the squelching sound and the missing body parts tend to throw them off. And one of them or the other eventually runs off and pukes behind a bush.
One move 'em?
Hey, my dudes.
Because we are coming from this direction, right?
Oh, we are.
Yeah, you guys are coming from the ridge just above the camp.
Yeah. So we'd probably be seeing them from this angle if
Yeah.
they are dealing with this guy.
Yeah,
Or-
they are dealing with this guy.
Kunari
Your
has
elephant,
news.
your elephant is watching the four of you with interest, and she like reaches her trunk out and pats one of you on the head as you walk by.
Hey, Charlene.
Charlene.
You guys don't have to do that. Rest up. We can deal with this.
Just the head researcher looks at you and just make sure they're given a burial and not just left in the wild. They are human. They deserve at least that much.
How about a funeral pyre?
That works too. Just don't do it anywhere near the camp or the woods or, anywhere where there's highly flammable substance.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, your research has to stop. It's end of the
We
world stuff.
we are very much aware that our research must stop.
Okay.
It is going. I am going to speak with our patron when we get back and see that he understands the gravity that whatever this is all about has caused.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's what I can tell you. It's the end of the world kind of stuff, and there's a secret assassination guild that's protecting stuff.
He just
Apparently.
looks at you and I'm sorry. That's a little bit more than I can process at the moment. Yes, and he like walks away into his tent. The woman, the redheaded researcher woman, looks at the four of you, and if you need any shovels or anything, let me know. If not, well, I'm going to go brush my teeth. I've literally emptied my stomach about 4 times now.
That's fair.
I'll take a shovel.
All right, she walks over, grabs a shovel, and hands it to Kanari, and then walks away.
All right,
Firewall.
then.
Flame says as he casts fire on the guy. This guy here.
Yes.
Start burning him up.
Like, holy shit, Flame, not yet.
He did ask you not to do it anywhere near camp.
Yep.
Oh well. I heard not near anything flammable.
You're in a copse of trees on the edge of a forest, sir. You're in something flammable.
I mean, it's grass area, right?
We are in a
Try-
desert.
rocky.
You are on the edge of a scrub desert, sir. As someone who lives in a scrub desert, let me tell you, shit be flammable.
Yeah.
Well, fine. You know, put it out.
we can get all three of the bodies together, and you can make a very big bonfire. Let's just move this crap away from the trees.
Yeah, we can use like one of these rocks, you know?
I say we bury them.
Uh, we'll use. We'll get all the bodies to where we need to go. We'll do a contest. You dig, we get firewood, and see who gets it done quicker.
Sounds good.
Oh, good lord. All right, so
Hmm.
what are you guys doing with the bodies?
I suppose we're just taking them south.
Okay. You guys find a nice, like, dry, sparsely grassed area nearby that can be used. It's more like hard packed dirt than it is grassy.
I start digging a hole.
All right. So he starts digging, and you guys look for firewood.
I'm pretty sure we're just piling it on and letting Flame do it, like
Mm-hmm.
piling them all together and letting Flame do whatever he wants with them.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to tell you right now, your little bonfire ain't going to be hot enough.
Yep.
No.
It does
No,
damage. It doesn't
it doesn't
preface.
incinerate. It doesn't, like, we're talking. You you probably can guess how hot a crematorium is. Like, that
Oh,
shit's thousands of degrees.
So we basically would have to pile
You would have to make
some sort of.
a full-on pyre.
yep.
All right.
Well, want to grab a whole bunch of.
Who gets stuff first?
Yep. Let's
That
pile
depends
on the
how
wood.
many, who's doing what.
I could help
Oh,
gather firewood.
yeah, I'll assemble. I'll find some firewood and I guess put it in
Okay.
like a rectangular pattern, right? That's how pyres are built.
I was
Yes.
just gonna toss them on top of the bodies.
Well, but you know, like you lay them out in such a way, like stacks, right? With the
Yeah.
Yeah.
kindling on the inside. Yeah.
All right. So I've got two gathering firewood, one digging. Flame, what are you doing?
He's saying he's gathering firewood too.
So I've got three gathering firewood, one digging and hard pack. They're gonna get their first, bud.
Okay. I'll continue.
You get
I'll,
about three, you get a 3 foot by like foot and a half hole dug about the time they get all the firewood they need. Your guys' pyre isn't so much funeral pyre because that's usually like big thick logs and stuff like that. But Flame, you know enough about fire to know that this should burn well enough that these bodies will be mostly destroyed.
Fire good.
is it like supernatural?
I mean, that shows a crock of shit because there's no way two boys would build that fire.
Yeah.
I'm
That's the
not going
most
to go there.
unbelievable thing about that entire show.
I'm not going there. So
Yeah, the
yes.
angels and demons, yeah, but the funeral pyre, no.
Anyway, back on track. How are you lighting this? Are you gonna just create a bonfire in it, or
Yeah, I'm just gonna create a bonfire, just recast the spell.
all right? So you create a bonfire, basically dead center of the thing. It catches and starts to smoke. About 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, you've got a roaring pyre, and the bodies are starting to cook.
Nice. Let him cook.
What does it smell like?
You don't want to know.
Yeah. No, that's not pleasant.
It is. It is the
Cannibal
smell.
McGee over there.
There's the smell of burning hair. There's the smell of scorched, singed cloth and leather. There's the smell of burning flesh. It's not pleasant. It's decidedly something you don't want to repeat.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you
Well,
guys return. You guys wait the fire out. It burns out about 2 hours, 3 hours later. It's dark, and getting back to camp is a bit of a hassle because you did have to go quite a ways to get to this spot. But as you get back, the two researchers haven't come back out of their tents, as far as you know, and the campfire's dead and cold, and the only signs left of the battle are the bloody, mangled splotches of blood just littered about the forest floor.
Okay.
Guess we go to bed.
Coming back up. Pet the elephant again because she's nice. And do a quick
No.
double check.
You guys have been gone.
What's that, bud?
There's 3 guys gone.
Yes, they're gone, but we don't worry about them right now. They're gone.
Oh.
The somber. Oh,
Oh.
that's just too cute, man.
Adorable.
But
Uh,
the and guy doesn't have it.
Yeah, no, those guys don't need X's. Thankfully, they're not in that particular state of being right now. You guys get some rest. It's
Doing a quick.
kind of a cold night after standing next to a pyre for 2 or 3 hours. Um, you get your sleep. You have the uncomfortable feeling that there are individuals watching you. And any of you who sleep outside, i.e., Canary, you see quit, Reese. Thank you. You see a figure disappear over the ridge about midnight-ish. Like it's just a dark splotch against the stars.
I crawl on all fours from under the cart and then wave at them, and then crawl back and go back to sleep.
All right. The next morning, you guys wake up, and the two researchers are packing their stuff.
Yep, I follow suit and I do the same.
Mhm.
Hey, bud.
Packing my eat breakfast, pack gear.
As you guys start packing up, the head researcher walks up and I know this might sound forward, but is there any chance you could give us a ride back to Neomar?
Yeah.
I was actually
Yeah,
going to offer.
sure.
Thank you. We're not exactly warriors, and we'd be easy prey on the roads.
Oh, we got you, man.
Yeah,
You're
we
safe
can.
with us.
Wait, how big is our wagon? Can we fit all of them in there at
You,
once or no?
you guys got a carriage. You can
Right.
fit 6 people in a carriage.
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah, we can rotate who gets the carriage and then who walks.
What?
Do
We can all fit in there though.
Yeah, you guys are 6 people
Oh.
exactly.
Oh, okay. Oh,
As
we
you
can all
guys
fit.
6 people and someone we need to put to rest.
Where be he?
Do we?
Oh, that's not him. Give me a second. I'm looking for a token.
Oh.
Do. There he is. As you guys are discussing that, you hear a clunk, clunk, clunk from behind you, and a very old human man walks out of the trees. And, I was wondering what the noise was. Hello.
Hello. Are you Faye?
Hi.
Me, Faye? No,
What's the
I'm not
password?
nearly so. Young man, I'm too old to play games.
He doesn't know the password, guys.
Yeah, but I bet you he's a druid.
Are you
You
Druid?
would be correct in that regard, young man.
He looks like a druid. It takes a druid to know a druid. You know what I'm saying, Kunari?
Yeah, I'm a Druid. What can you change into? I can change into a bear.
I do not wild shape anymore. That particular part of my life is long since past.
Well, why not? So fun.
Young man, I am nearly 400. I do not revert back the way I should.
Mm.
Getting up off all fours is a little difficult at my age.
You must be a strong druid then.
He just gives you like a very coy smile. Anyway, forgive me for over interrupting, but I understand that there was some kind of battle here last night.
Yes.
We gave
Have you disposed of the bodies yet?
the
Yes.
Most of them.
the combatants, yes. The non-combatant, not yet.
If it's not too much trouble, would I be able to assist you with this?
Maud is
I'm just
going to
gonna look
look
at
over
the
to the researchers and go, kind of shrug in their direction.
their
I'm
call.
not adverse to. What do you plan to do? Bury him? And the two look at each other, and he doesn't have any family to speak of, so a simple burial would probably be best. Yeah, where do you want to bury him? And the druid points over his shoulder at this tree. At the base of that tree should do. The tree will benefit from the decomposition process, and your friend will have a beautiful headstone, so to speak.
It's your guys' choice.
Circle of life.
The two
Who
researchers.
are you?
What? What was that?
Yeah, who are you, dude?
My name is Levin. I live in the woods nearby.
And are you affiliated with this station? And I'm gonna gesture behind me to where the path is to it.
I am familiar with the ones who are, but I myself am not.
Mm.
And are you pro station or anti station?
This station was here when I first moved into these woods, and it will be here long after I'm gone.
Ah,
Personally,
fellow.
I don't.
Sorry, you're a fellow hermit like I was.
Yes, when you follow the druidic lifestyle as long as I have, you tend to be more at peace in the woods with the animals than you are with other people.
Ah, you said the magic word, peace. I like you, and I'm just gonna walk away.
Do
that's,
you have any
that's it.
good? Do you have any good pipe weed, my dude?
No,
I gave up
not for
piping
you.
many years ago.
Oh,
Brian, did you hear
Now,
that? He doesn't smoke.
Well, in any case, he's going to go back
green.
to these two.
It's his choice, you know, Kanari.
It's your guys' choice.
I guess.
I'm the redhead looks at the four of you and then looks back at Levin. I'm the only thing even remotely resembling family he has. And if that's, I think that would be best for him is to be laid to rest here. It might sting a little on the emotional side of things, but he would have wanted to be buried somewhere near his work. He was very dedicated to his work.
Yeah. Well, then I guess we can get things situated. A couple of us get the body. Mr. Druid guy,
Just
you set
funny.
things up, and I guess the researchers get ready to say your last uh, goodbyes. I guess.
Very well.
Um,
He looks down at the rabbit that's hopped up to his feet. Oh, there you are, y'all. We have business to attend, my little friend. Come. And the rabbit follows him to the base of the tree.
All right. Which one of you are helping me do this?
I will help.
All right. I guess we're just gonna like kind of do that like old med style. Like, is the cot big? Is it like just a personal sized one?
It's just a personal cot. Yeah.
Yeah. Just grab it by the ends and just kind of do that medical triage
Medical
thing.
march.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So you march him over there. Everyone sort of gathers around. The druid takes his walking stick and puts it at the base of the tree and like drags a line about 6, 7 feet long. The earth just sort of opens up. Put him in there.
Okay.
Come on.
You guys lower him in as gently as possible, considering it's a 6 foot hole. 6 foot deep hole. It's a little difficult to just gently lay him down
Right.
without climbing in there yourselves. Uh, the druid says he mutters something in druidic. The Canary, you and Flame catch. May you rest in peace, and may your sacrifice not be in vain, my friend. And he waves the walking stick, and the earth closes back over him, and it looks as unperturbed as it did 5 minutes ago. Very well.
Flame's gonna take out. He has that silvery clamshell that he found that looked all shiny. He's gonna take it out of his bag or take it out of his pocket or whatever, and he's gonna put it on the ground where he was and say, "Yeah, no, I didn't like you very much."
uh,
That is actually kind of hilarious.
okay. So yes, you make your final peace with him, I suppose. It's something that you were doing. Levin picks up his rabbit and looks at the six of you, and very well. My work here is done. If you have anything else you wish to know before I leave,
Wish to
What's
know,
the
my
answer to life in the universe?
I
42
don't
gold pieces,
recall.
I believe.
I believe it's some kind of number, but the answer escapes me.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
totally valid.
Well, farewell, safe travels, be at peace with one another and with the world, and all that fun stuff. And he kind of chuckles and walks away,
Just
disappearing.
remember.
Bye, my dude.
Yeah, as he goes, it's like, just remember, your friends used to be their friends, and look what happened.
My dude, I
He
feel
just
like you're trying to start a fight.
he just like waves his hand 3 times in a short little like snapping wave and walks away.
I murder. I just don't like murderers. Defending yourself's one thing, but just outright murder is never nice.
Yeah, it was very
Uh,
Faye like what she did, but you know, she said she will
all
be
right,
punished. So
you guys load up into the carriage, strap uh, the elephant
Charlene, not
to
Faye Jezebel.
Charlene.
Arlene.
Charlene, you strap Charlene to the carriage and begin the long ride home. Takes you a few. Takes you a few to get there. Um, when you get there, the two researchers disembark at the gates. They wish you well and they head for the college district of the town.
Hmm.
And the four of you return to the guild hall.
Oh,
Derek is once again sitting at the bar, drinking himself stupid, and he looks up as you guys enter and, you're back. Welcome back. How did it go?
I'll
Good.
run up to him and
Laura.
say,
No. Laura K. Train says you made a mistake.
No, it's Laura Catherine says you have misplaced something.
That is what that is. Yes.
He looks at the four of you. He looks directly at Kunari and Flame. He goes white for a second, and then he like regains his composure real quick. Like he takes a real deep breath and a real long drop from his drink. He sets the mug down and he goes, I see. That's unfortunate. I will do my best to see that it is recovered. And
Good.
he looks at the four of you and like very quietly under his breath, so only the four of you can hear him. Do not mention this to anyone else in the guild. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Not a problem, but we get paid for this mission.
You did your jobs from what I understand, so anything extra, the message, anything else, is icing on the cake, as it were. Your payment, Ilith will have it in a couple of minutes. I need to go write a letter. And he like scurries off to his room.
Right, my dude.
While we do that, I have a little bit of snooping to do. I'll see you guys in an hour or so. Don't know yet.
Hey, Ellis, still feeling shy? You're looking cute today.
She just glares at you. I heard Derek say I was the one to pay you, so here's your payment. And she slaps a coin pouch in front of you and walks away.
How much is it?
Inside there is 300 gold to be split evenly amongst you.
75 gold apiece. Woohoo! Just give me some money.
Don't forget, you also have the three scroll spell scrolls, and the gemstones that you found inside the hidden chest.
I think Mott has those, right?
The
He
thief.
does. The funniest part is that isn't even what he's doing right now.
That is a good question. What are you doing right now?
Um, One moment, I actually kind of forgot about the gems. How many scrolls and how many gems?
You have 3 spell scrolls.
Yeah.
And 5 gemstones.
Okay, cool.
We're we gonna keep those spell scrolls for something or other.
I'm just reminding you that you have them.
Yeah. So what Mott's gonna do? He's gonna try and find his own people, and he's going to pull out Blondie's personal chest and see if those rings mean anything. Like if any of the other thieves
All
go,
right.
"Hey, are these part of us?"
All right. You find one of your contacts. You show him the rings, and he looks at them. And they're very pretty, Mott. Where'd you steal them?
Oh, the person left them after they committed a murder. So finders keepers, I suppose. Do
Well,
they
there you
mean
go.
anything?
He looks at them. Takes them out, looks them over. They're ornate jewelry, Mott. They're just jewelry. As far as I can tell, there's no significance to either of them. And he puts them back.
All right, fair enough.
I can give you the name of a good jeweler.
And person was a dickhead. If they see me again, I might as well just flash them on my rings, on my fingers next time I see them.
He looks at the rings and he looks at your hands. You're gonna need a jeweler to resize them then.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, thanks.
Anyway, before you go, I might have a job for you if you're interested.
What are you thinking?
There is a wandering noble in the city who has something very specific that one of my clients wants.
You know my rules. What? How big of a dickhead is he?
Um, let's put it this way. He's the owner of a slave market,
Oh, so inventory that he cares that goes missing, but I don't care if he cares.
basically. I need you to either liberate the package or eliminate him.
It's not my style, and you know it.
I'm not asking you to kill him, Maud. I'm asking you to do your job. If we want him dead, I'll ask someone else. That's just the two parameters that they told me. Either he dies or the girl gets freed.
So not the inventory, just not his black book, just the inventory.
Just the inventory.
Well, uh, send it, send it to the guild that I'm at, and the message will
This
get to him.
cannot. This can't go through official channels, Mott. This is back alley work.
Well, what information can you give me so I can at least look it over?
All right. I can tell you that the girl in question is 14. She has recently come into possession of a very beautiful emerald gemstone. And shortly after she came into possession of it, she was kidnapped by men matching the description of a pair of guards here in town.
Hmm.
She was then seen 3 days later in chains being marched to a slave auction. Her parents are very well to do. Her father is a professor at the college, and her mother sits on the council.
Oh,
So you can see why this one cannot go through official channels.
yeah, and it would be fun to at least have someone higher up in my pocket, or at least owing me a favor.
Get that girl back, and she'll owe you more than just a favor, my friend.
All right. I have a couple of acquaintances that might be able to help me out.
I don't care who you hired on to do the job, just as long as it gets done.
Time frame?
The market starts next week, so you have roughly a week to decide and get your job done. If you can do it, then do it. If not, well, Veins in town, and you know him.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for the info. I'll do what I can. And yeah, just keep your ears out open. There we go. Ears open. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. And he just kind of
Yes,
walks
I
off.
know. He waves you off, and walks away from you, disappearing into the shadows of the buildings behind you. All right, back at the guild, the the three who remained have been treated to an interesting spectacle.
Yep.
Two of the guild members have started a fight with one another, and they are out in the streets, basically beating the hell out of one another. All of this over a woman.
Flames out there cheering. Get him! Punch him!
Yeah, Canari's
Stab
going,
him in the
fight,
nuts!
fight, 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 fight.
Purple nurple, purple nurple.
Go for the kidneys. You know.
uh, Eventually, Derek comes out and breaks the fight up, and he looks at the two. All right, which one of you started it, and what was it over this time?
It was over a woman. I saw it.
Oh, not the serving girl again. How many times have I told both of you she is married?
Yeah, they were both talking about how they were looking at his butt or something.
Kunara, you're not helping the situation. Go back inside.
Okay.
1, 2,
And he
3.
like
1, 2, 3.
walks the two gentlemen down the street, basically holding them by the ears. Considering both of these guys make Derek look like a twig, the fact that they're willingly walking with him holding their ears is kind of disconcerting.
It's gonna sit on the bench outside next to Flame.
Oh.
Been an
So,
exciting day.
Flame, I need to talk to you.
What's up, my dude?
Yep.
You do know who I am, right?
You're Brian, my bro.
And you are okay encouraging violence like this in my presence?
They weren't really hurting each other.
I
It's
heard
more like a
purple
game.
nurple.
All right.
You
You made
said purple nurple.
I mean,
Huh?
I know you had that trauma as a kid with purple nurples.
It has
I
nothing
get
to
it.
do with trauma, man. It's Cirilali, man. It's my deity. It's my core. You don't preach violence.
It's not violence. It's friendly physical
was-
activity to get the evil out. They're beating the evil out of their soul, man.
I don't know. I'm just gonna stand up, give you kind of like this disapproving, fatherly look, and be like, "Man," and I'm just gonna walk back in.
They didn't kill each other. He says,
Yeah,
as he
I'm
walks-
waving dismissively in the air as I walk away.
Okay.
And I'll walk up and say, "That was a good fight, wasn't it, Brian?"
Shut up, Kunari. I'm gonna sit down and kind of like sulk in my way.
You know, the Fey fought all the time. I had to fight all the time in the Feywild.
Yeah, but we're not in the Feywild. You're not either.
Not yet. And I look around and sniff the air.
As you look around, you see the other party that you guys joined with are sitting in their customary places, and the small little pixie that has suddenly appeared in their midst is staring at you, Kunari, with intent.
I'm gonna point at it and be like, "Stop staring!" Then stare at it.
She like twiddles her fingers at you and smiles very sweetly before going back to the piece of bread in her hands.
Hey, Mont,
Hey, Flame.
don't you guys ever go out on adventures? I swear, every time we're in here, we see you.
We just got back, the
Oh.
tiefling says.
I think you guys don't actually go on adventures. I think you guys just hang around the city.
There's nothing wrong with the city, Flame.
But it's not adventures. We're part of the Adventurers Guild. We go out and adventure.
Cartographers.
Wait, you
And
want
cartographer adventure. You say tomato, I say tomato.
so Flame, you want an adventure inside city limits, huh?
I didn't say that, but it sounds like you wanted that as a lead-in to some sort of conversation topic. So yes, Mott, let's have a city adventure. What could we possibly do?
I know a couple of things I can actually show you tomorrow. Maybe look at some things. I can show you what I do.
Yeah, I don't think we should take Brian to the brothel again. That doesn't work out.
I have no issue with the brothel, man. You know that.
Yeah, it's the brothel that has an issue with you.
What's that supposed to mean? I've been nothing but nice and respectful in there.
Yes, but anytime you ask, and how does that make you feel about your father? Most girls tend to cry.
What's a brothel?
Yeah. Take Kunari. Let's see how that goes. That goes any better.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, yeah. Say that. What's the password again, Kunari?
Boner, I think.
Exactly.
I don't follow.
That's all right, Canary.
Oh, sweet summer child.
Kunari, you feel something tickling the back of your neck.
I'm gonna turn around.
The pixie has two locks of your hair and is like braiding it. And as you turn around, she smiles very sweetly. My mistress wants to word with the four of you. And she flutters away.
Ah, did you hear that? The Archfey wants a word with all of us.
The The half-elven girl sitting at the table with the others looks up and, yes, she does, and she's been very, very insistent about it.
Well, I don't deal with Faye, so too bad.
You'll
I
deal with
do.
her. You'll either deal with her willingly, or you'll deal with her unwillingly. And trust me, you don't want that.
No need to be all threatening. We were gonna come
I'm
over
not
and talk
threatening
anyways.
anyone. I'm not
Thank
Just
you,
one of
threatening.
Flame.
us.
Thank you. And I'm gonna pat you on the shoulder and then kind of wince because it's probably hot.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, geez, we don't need to be going out and giving each other purple nurples. And he'll look at Brian real quick.
I walk by you.
Kunari gives himself a purple nurple.
Well. So, why in the world is an apparent Fae interested in her?
Because the statue the four of you recovered, happened to belong to a Fey Lord, and they're a little peeved at the fact that you found it.
I knew it. It was Faye.
Yes, your suspicions were correct for once.
Oh my lord.
Oh,
What's that saying? A
Whoa.
broken clock is works twice or something. I forget.
Works twice as hard as a regular clock.
Yeah.
there's only
With the
right.
new
The
labor
pixie,
laws, that's a real thing. Yeah.
the little pixie just looks at you guys, and that's not. Never mind. My
Wait, the,
mistress wants
the
a word.
pixie is looking at us, trying to understand the logic.
Yes, and when the Fey folk can't understand you, you know you're in trouble.
Alright, so, for one, we didn't intend to find it, and two, he lost it. It's not our problem.
I mean, we won a world class track meet to earn that trophy. We out sprinted a giant. I mean, do you know how long his legs were?
It was a
Like,
giant
it was
skeleton.
totally
Yeah.
unfair.
He had a big axe and everything, and I ran so
Like,
fast.
I mean,
you
it's
know
true.
that
He did.
his stride
Yes,
was huge.
that
He, ca-
is
he, ca-
very impressive,
he came in up through the floor. He didn't even use the
but
stairs.
Yeah,
that
right.
is very impressive and all. But my mistress wishes to speak with you, and if you would be so kind as to humor her, things will go a lot better for all of us.
So I have to speak to an archfey? No!
I'm
This is
afraid you do.
terrible.
Hmm.
Guys, can I
Maybe
sit this one out while you talk to her?
Kunari, maybe she has baby teeth for you.
Archfey normally do have baby teeth, but no, I don't want to talk to an archfey. I'm not doing it.
Are you scared, Kanari?
Yes, I'm scared. Do you know how powerful archfey are?
As powerful as an arch?
They're
They
they're
gotta be the keystone of the operation.
they're like demigods or gods or something. It's crazy. The archfey can do whatever they want.
They do tend to have a habit of loaning power to mortals, so yeah, they are quite powerful.
Is this a meets cute moment gonna be here in this tavern? Or
No, my patron would never come anywhere near a city. She thinks they're dirty, uncivilized places.
Hmm.
Plus, you'd probably destroy the whole city.
Not purposefully.
See,
That's not a
archfey can
no.
destroy just by the thought.
So I if we gonna like talk to her through you, or we gonna like
She wants to meet you in person
Ah,
in the Feywilds. In
I'm
her.
not going. I'm not going.
but
ah
but Kunari, man, we could use a guide, you know?
Oh, don't. No, I'm not going. You can't make me do it. You can't make me do it.
so what kind of guarantees do we have on our safety? Because I'm kind of leaning towards Kunari's attitude of run away.
and when does she want to meet up?
She's not. She doesn't answer. The pixie. You see the pixie like start and like flutter behind the dwarf's head, and oh, She opens her eyes, and her eyes are filled with blue and purple fire. And a very imposing voice echoes from her throat. You will meet me, or I will send my best man to find you and bring you to me. You have
Kanari screams
one
like a girl in
option.
paints. Ah! He's out.
Alright. How long do we have to. When is this meeting?
Whenever you feel up to it, I will bring you to me. You just have to leave the city.
Okay.
And what guarantees do we have for our safety?
The only guarantee I can give you is that my people will not torment you, torture you, or trick you as long as you are under my protection. The rest of the Feywild is free game.
You left out kill though.
She doesn't answer.
Ah, okay.
Kanari's just passed out, baited.
Kanari's like frothing at the mouth on the floor.
All right, well, let's get this over with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up and walk to the door.
How long is. Wait, he'll just follow Brian. How long is this frickin' meeting gonna be?
The half elven girl has gone back to her normal, like green blue eyes, and she's watching the four of you and like scratching at her throat. You hear
Well,
the dwarf go, "Zinni, are you all right?" She just goes, "I hate it when she does that. She never asks first. It's always right to the front, using me like a mouthpiece.
Or a puppet.
I'm more than a puppet to her, but that doesn't make much, considering she's an archfey."
well, let's grab Kunari and drag him outside with us.
Follow me. Follow me.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine Kanari's gonna be out the whole time, and then he's gonna wake up in the Feywild.
Yeah, this is gonna be a rude wake up call.
Yeah.
Game's still on for like 15 more, 20 more minutes, sweetie.
So Flamin' Mott got his shoulders, Brian's got his feet.
Yep.
All right, you guys head outside the city, I take it.
Yeah,
Sure.
I guess.
All right. As you walk out the city gates, a small, like, fluttering purple light appears in front of you and like bobs up and down, waiting for you to follow it.
Just remember, they're not going to torture us, but they just might out and out kill us.
Which would be a shame because I have a fun job that we might actually enjoy.
Okay.
All right. As you guys follow the bobbing purple light, it leads you to a small clump of like desert trees, like palm tree style, around a small oasis. And as you get closer, you can smell pine and hear the sound of rushing water.
Okay.
No?
Iron and water. Cool. Cool.
As you walk into the oasis, things around you go shimmery like a heat wave, and you walk into a densely wooded piece of forest. The little purple light takes a new form as it's a pixie. She's smaller than the other one. She's got purple wings and green hair, and she's looking at the four of you very intently.
And we see her, right?
Yes, you can see her just fine.
Hello.
Kanari wakes
She
up and
waves.
says, "I will not go to the Feywild."
Looks
Okay.
around and immediately passes out.
Ah, where am I? Where am I?
In the Feywild.
No! How did this happen? Did they kidnap us?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I bet you it was that pixie.
The
Okay.
little purple pixie flutters up real close to your face. I would
Oh
appreciate it
no!
if you didn't talk about my sister that way. She's a
Oh
good
no!
pixie.
Do you want baby teeth? I have baby teeth.
She's a what pixie?
Ew. Baby teeth are so last century.
But I heard
And
there
she
were good
flutters
currency in
away.
the Feywild. That's what last time I was here.
Not anymore.
What? I have so many baby teeth saved up.
She flutters over to a path in the woods and like stops and waits for you.
I,
I
I,
follow, ignoring Kunari entirely.
I
All
have
right.
a question, Miss Pixie.
I
Does
might
time
have an answer.
does time flow normally here, or is it like faster or slower than back on our
That
plane?
entirely depends on the mood of the Fey folk at the time and place. Given that
Um,
this is my mistress's domain, maybe she'll let you go back close to the same time frame. Maybe.
I
uh,
really hope so.
Yeah,
There's a
She kind
Fey
of
is
sits there
weird.
waiting for you.
It could be weeks, it could be days, it could be months, it could be years, all in a few seconds. Who knows?
I'd hopefully just a day or two, because there is a child that I'd much rather not leave waiting.
And
Does
it,
she have all her
Ma,
baby teeth?
Ma,
Yeah?
I didn't see you go to the board. What job are you talking about?
I work for 2 different guilds, remember?
Oh, you
no,
do?
I don't remember.
Gentlemen, time is wasting, and as you are so
Oh,
impatient about this,
Kunari's not in the
Well,
Feywild. Kunari's not in the Feywild. Okay, let's
No,
go,
I'm
guys.
not. I'm not impatient about anything. Let's go.
yeah, lead the way.
she
I can
leads you down the
explain as we
path
talk.
It's nice
as you guys are
forest, not Fey
So
forest.
you guys
Pixie,
are walking.
what's your
You
name,
see,
Pixie?
she looks at you and you give me yours and I'll give you mine.
No, don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it!
Why?
Don't do it!
Why?
Too
Never say
late.
your name in.
She looks at you and smiles and I like that name. Flame has a
Yeah.
ring to it. My name was Jezebel. Now I am Flame.
Hey, our elephant's last name is Jezebel.
Wonderful. You'll have something in common. And she flutters away.
You're gonna
I
be my
can't believe you
elephant?
just did that.
I'm
Wait,
confused.
um, I'm pretty sure Mott just caught on. Hey, my guy, what's your name again?
Flame?
Aw, darn. No compulsion to say something else.
Not in the
Hmm.
Feywilds. Trade hasn't happened yet.
Oh,
Once you
fair.
leave, you are Jezebel from now on.
What?
You gave her your name, sir.
And she gave you hers.
Oh, okay. God.
Uh,
Hmm.
as you guys approach what is a clearing in the forest, you are greeted to this sight. It is a massive tower of trees and crystal spires. At the bottom of the stairs leading up into it are 3 men who are staring at the 4 of you with disdain. As you approach, the once Jezebel, now Flame, looks at the 3 of them. These are the ones that threw. And they look at her and don't tell us what to do, little flying one, or we'll pluck your wings. And they move aside to let you through.
Kind of mean.
Oh my god, we're going to see an Archfey. What are we doing? Why are we doing this?
Good
I
eye.
just I follow without like a care in the world. Like I'm
All right.
doesn't make a difference to me.
The inside of the tower is blue crystal. It is purple crystal. It is all kinds of shiny. As you walk along the hallway, the little pixie looks at the 4 of you. This is as far as I go. Good luck. You'll need it. And she flutters off. As you guys walk in, you are greeted by a massive blue and purple throne. Braziers are lit with blue and purple fire. And sitting in the throne is a diminutive woman with purple hair, blue eyes, and a wicked grin on her face.
I believe we have a meeting with you.
That you do. Come, come forward.
Okay.
Xari's just shaking his hand with this tin of baby teeth and it's rattling, and he's just hesitantly walking forward.
You can put those away. I have no interest in you. It's you I have
Oh, thank
interest
God.
in. And she looks at Mott.
Uh, yes.
Ah.
What?
You put your hand on the artifact, correct?
Yes.
You see that crystal tub? And she points to a crystal tub full of water. Put your hands in it, please.
Um. Hmm. Uh,
Better do it.
I know. I have a livelihood that revolves around my hands, and I'm just thinking
You
a
will
lot
not be
about
harmed if that is what you're concerned about.
You'll be
it.
killed.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's probably just a plot to dominate the world.
Right. Oh, this is probably going to be unpleasant, but sure. He's gonna walk up to it and just both hands in.
All right. You plunge your hands in, and it's mildly warm. It faintly smells of flowers, and has a very pleasant tingling sensation right up until the water turns murky green.
Yeah.
She looks at it, looks at you, and I see. Have you been having nightmares by any chance?
Um, I think one.
Just one, not more?
Only one that I can remember.
Then perhaps his influence is not as strong as we had feared. You may remove your hands.
Thank you. And he's gonna kind of slosh off the water back into the pool. Like that little
Surprisingly enough,
handshake.
your hands come out dry.
So I'm afraid to ask, but what was that, and should I be worried?
That was the taint of the Winter King, and yes, you should be.
Taint.
Lovely.
Come here.
Okay.
She basically motions for you to walk straight up to her chair. She like sits up, and she still only comes to your shoulders.
Right.
And she like reaches out and taps your forehead with her finger. In here, there's a little nugget of the Winter King's power that transferred to you when you grabbed that artifact. What we're worried about is that it is growing inside you and forcing you to do things you normally wouldn't.
Um,
Mm.
Have you been compelled to do anything strange recently?
no. Everything I've done so far has been of my own volition.
Are you
Well,
sure?
except maybe coming here, because from what our friend says, you guys are rather scary, and I deal with nobles, and no offense, but you guys are nobles of the Fae, kind of, maybe. Something like that?
You are correct in your assumption.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't want to come here, but that's about it. Only thing that I
Well,
recall.
I'm going to cast a spell on you right now, and it won't harm you. It won't discombobulate you. It won't cause you any issues. It is a containment spell. It is designed to contain that little nugget of power and prevent it from growing. Should you act, should you experience any more nightmares, anything strange in your behavior, any voices telling you to do terrible, terrible things to very innocent people, you come to Zinni, my warlock, and you tell her, and she will tell me, and we will go from there. Understand?
Yeah, but that kind of what you're describing is what most dragonborn suffer from naturally.
I'm not talking about your normal urges. I'm talking about something truly wicked.
Well,
Uh,
as strange as they are, that's what I have these chuckleheads for.
Ma'am, and I'm gonna be raising my hand like a kid in class.
She looks at you. Yes, little one.
Could you cast that spell on Gunari too?
She just looks at
What?
Kunari and I don't think I'll cast any spells on him. He's more than afraid enough of me as it is.
Oh no, that's exactly the point. You contain his fear of you, and then he'll be more peaceful.
But I like his fear. And she gives you a very wicked chuckle.
Oh.
Ah.
Brian, why are you trying to get an archfey to
I
cast a
kinda
spell on
nudge
me?
I nudge Flame and actually take half a step backwards. like I
Like,
Uh,
so yeah, I will do my best to do that. Your Majesty?
Oh no, I'm not the queen. I am no queen.
O-
I am simply an archfey.
Okay, your
Pray
Archfayness?
that you never meet my queen.
Okay, your Archfayness? I do have a question and
I may
possibly
have an
favor.
answer. A favor. And she like perks up.
Yes,
You would be so bold as to ask an archfey for a favor.
as long as it involves my skills and falls within my moral guidelines, I'll be able to work with anyone. But it's
And
those same
she kind of
morals.
like she breaks this really big smile, and you can see that her canines are kind of elongated, kind
Yeah,
of pointy. And she like chuckles. You're a bold one. I like you. What
it's
would you have of me?
it's those same morals that I'm at. That is the only reason I'm asking this favor. I need us to return as close to the time we left as possible
Is
because there
that
is a
all?
child in duress that
A
needs
child?
someone's help, and
Interesting.
I'm someone that can help.
She looks at you. A simple favor to ask, well, though asking it of me would be tantamount to suicide in certain situations. But I can grant that in return for one thing,
What can I do?
a favor for a favor. You
As I
do
mentioned,
something for me in a time of my choosing, and I will do this for you.
and as long as it's within my skills and morals, I'm more than willing to.
She kind of she holds her hand out very daintily.
As dark as it sounds, I've had to deny deals worse than this. And yeah, might as well.
All right, so you shake her hand. There's a small jolt of energy as you touch her hand. You shake once, she takes her hand back. There, all business accounted for. The four of you may leave whenever you're ready. You may, of course, spend as much time here as you'd like.
No, I want to leave now.
Very well. She snaps her fingers and Kunari disappears.
Huh.
Am I back at the guild hall?
That remains to be seen.
Okay.
So yes, thank you, and hopefully, with this favor that you've granted me, I can save a child.
Let's hope. And she waves you, like gives you the slightest little wave of her fingers as she basically dismisses the three of you.
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
He's going to turn to the other two and go, I need to explain things as we leave. And like as we go, I suppose the way we came, he starts explaining.
I'm just gonna follow Mott.
Yeah. So now that we're not in earshot of, well, humans and other people in Neomar, I don't need to worry. Uh, the guild I work for, not the cartographers, has a job for me. There's a guy who is selling kids in slavery. There's one specific one that I might have been hired to save, but slavery's not ever been my thing. So,
Is
so,
slavery like normal legal here in Neomar, or is it?
No, it is not legal anywhere. That
so
doesn't stop it from happening, though.
yeah.
No, no. I'm just wondering if it's like a underground thing or if it's like
It
a
is an
public thing.
underground. It is an underground market. Yes.
Yeah, so I was told to save one kid, but slavery, and when we left, the auction for at least the kid was in a week from then, I guess. Hopefully, still is. And yeah, we find her, save her, and keep it on the down low. People in higher positions, as funny as it sounds, will owe us a favor, if not more.
Okay. Hey, slavery's not cool, my dude.
Yeah.
I'm down to bust some slavers' heads.
Yep.
I mean, I'm down to stop a slaver's ring for sure. I mean, yeah.
If it
All right. As you guys exit the building, exit the tower, you see Kunari dangling from a branch wrapped in vines, and there are several Fey children like poking him with sticks. He's
You have
not
to
having a
say,
good day.
go away, go away.
How many baby people it cost to have you leave?
As you walk up to him, the vines let him go, and he drops to the ground in a crumpled heap.
I'm just shaking and quivering. Wow, I can't believe they kidnapped us and brought us here.
Yeah.
Well, we're not exactly kidnapping, dude. You know, because we're free to leave.
Well, we better go then before they change their mind.
Canary, buddy. Listen. Yeah, she was terrifying, right? I got that vibe. And when she chuckled,
Oh,
you
see,
know.
you have no idea how powerful us Fae are.
Look at how you were treated, and look at how I was treated. Now, you are fearful incarnate. I am chill. Maybe you should be more like me and not be so you know, traumatized.
I can't. I was stolen as a baby, and I grew up in the Feywilds, and they always picked on me and tormented me and
Well,
played
maybe
tricks
they
on me.
picked on you and tormented you, buddy, because you were, acting like a crying little baby.
I can't help it.
Yeah, you can. Just don't cry like a baby.
At this point, Flame, you feel something tap on the back of your head, and the little purple pixie is sitting there with a just demolished look on her face. I was
Oh.
told I have to give your name back.
Oh, okay. You took my name?
You gave it to me, remember?
I shared it with you.
No, no. Specific words where you give me mine, I'll give you yours. Or you give me yours, I'll give me.
Yeah, it's a fake trick. You fell for it.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the mistress found out, and apparently we weren't supposed to trick you. I was not told this, so I am
Wait. I,
sorry.
I, I'm, I guess I'm just as confused as my friend here. If we left and you didn't return his name, and I said his name, would he not know that's his name?
You wouldn't be able to say his name.
But we can talk about other people's that are not here all the time, right? Like,
Yes, but the exact wording of my question, my query, my trick was you give me yours and I will give you mine. His
So,
name would have become Jezebel
yeah,
and my
so
name would have become Flame.
That's a weird.
okay,
But why?
did you
But
give it
what?
back to him yet? Wait, did you give it
Yes,
back?
I have given it back to him. He is still Flame.
But
oh,
I'm still gonna call him Jezebel because that's funnier.
Call him what you wish. I was informed I have to return his name, so I have done so.
How do we get
Huh.
out of here?
Follow the trail back.
Huh.
Do you
Jezebel,
need a
you are a
guide?
weird one.
I am a fae. We're all weird. It's part of the
Oh.
package.
All weird here.
Are you obsessed with the Holy Trinity?
The what?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You know?
Oh, she looks at Kunari and she looks back at you and does he say that still?
All the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
We used to see him wandering in the woods, shouting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It was the only thing that kept his sanity, what little remains of it. It was
Uh-huh.
funny for the first century, and then it just got tedious.
Hey,
1, 2, 3,
Jezebel,
1, 2, 3.
have you ever heard of Ligma?
She looks at you and word games are my specialty. You think I'm stupid enough to fall for that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but how about these nuts? And I'm gonna point at a tree.
Ah!
I'm
He-
just with that I'm gonna walk up the
yeah.
path.
Mott's gonna just
As you walk away, a chestnut slaps into your side of your head, and the tree rattles very angrily at you.
I don't even flinch. I just accept the welts and walk on.
All right. It's a few minutes walk to get back to where you were. You come out in the same little oasis that you entered. You're not sure how much time has passed, but you're back where you came from. So there's that.
Hey.
Hey.
all right. I guess we're gonna go to the.
So glad we're out of the Feywild. Oh my god, I can't believe we went there.
So how do we find these slave people?
That's actually one of the things that my contact was looking in to me. Never gave me the details because I still wanted to bring it up to you guys first to either do this myself or do it with you guys.
Let's go do it.
Wait,
Let's go.
what are you talking about?
Long story short, we're gonna save some kids from really bad people, much like the Fae, but just humans.
Fey humans who are kidnapping children.
And we get paid for it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. I'm down.
All right, cool. Then let us meet my
All right.
contact. But first, let's stop off the guild just to make sure that our timeline's still viable.
All right. You guys
What's
stop at
the
the guild.
date? What year is it? I'm sorry.
You guys stop at the guild. They tell you you've been gone like 20 minutes.
Whew.
Ooh, so long enough to talk. Awesome.
Zinni is staring at the four of you, and she's staring at you, Mott, in particular. And she looks kind of curious about you for a moment, and then she just smiles and goes back to carving something in her hands.
So Flame's gonna like try to catch her attention and then like grab his arm and like his wrist and of one of his hands and like have that wrist flop or hand flop around, let it go dead, and then he's gonna like pretend like his head tips over, sticks out his tongue like he died too.
She's super focused on what she's carving, so she doesn't notice any of that. All right. Well, we will meet the contact next time. It is ending time, and I have to go to bed.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Ninja and
He's gonna
Gang, for that